Torah portion number 36 for June 14th, 2025 is entitled Beha'alotcha, which means in your ascent. Torah portion is taken from Numbers chapter 8 through chapter 12, verse 16. The Haftarah is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 10 through chapter 4, verse 7. The apostolic portion is taken from Matthew chapter 14, verses 14 through 21. Numbers 8. And Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aharon, and say to him, When you set up the lamps, let the 7 lamps give light in front of the lampstand. And Aharon did so. He set up the lamps to face toward the front of the lampstand, as Yehovah commanded Moshe. And this is the work of the lampstand, beaten work of gold. From its base to its blossoms it is beaten work, according to the pattern which Yehovah had shown Moshe. So he made the lampstand. And Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Take the Levites from among the children of Israel. You shall cleanse them, and do this to them to cleanse them. Sprinkle water of sin offering on them, and they shall shave all their body, and shall wash their garments, and cleanse themselves. And shall take a young bull with its grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil, while you take another young bull as a sin offering. And you shall bring the Levites before the tent of meeting, and you shall assemble all the congregation of the children of Israel. And you shall bring the Levites before Yehovah, and the children of Israel shall lay their hands on the Levites. And Aharon shall wave the Levites before Yehovah, a wave offering from the children of Israel. So shall they be for doing the service of Yehovah. And the Levites shall lay their hands on the heads of the young bulls, and one shall be prepared as a sin offering, and the other as a burnt offering to Yehovah, to make atonement for the Levites. And you shall have the Levites stand before Aharon and his sons, and then wave them as a wave offering to Yehovah. Thus you shall separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. Then after that the Levites shall go in to do service in the tent of meeting, when you have cleansed them, and wave them as a wave offering. For they are given ones, given to me from among the children of Israel. I have taken them for myself instead of all who opened the womb, the firstborn of all the children of Israel. For all the firstborn among the children of Israel are mine, both man and beast. On the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, I set them apart unto myself. And I have taken the Levites instead of all the firstborn of the children of Israel. And I have given the Levites as a gift to Aharon and his sons from among the children of Israel, to do the service of the children of Israel in the tent of meeting, and to make atonement for the children of Israel, that there be no plague among the children of Israel, when the children of Israel come near the set-apart place. Thus Moshe and Aharon and all the congregation of the children of Israel did to the Levites according to all that Yehovah commanded Moshe concerning the Levites. So the children of Israel did to them. And the Levites cleansed themselves and washed their garments. And Aharon waved them, a wave offering before Yehovah. And Aharon made atonement for them to cleanse themselves. Then after that the Levites went in to do their service in the tent of meeting before Aharon and his sons, as Yehovah commanded Moshe concerning the Levites. So they did to them. And Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, This applies to the Levites, from 25 years old and above. Let him come into active service in the service of the tent of meeting. And at the age of 50 years, they retire from active service of the service, and serve no more. But they shall attend with their brothers in the tent of meeting, to guard the duty, but shall do no service. Thus you shall do to the Levites regarding their duties. Numbers 9. And Yahovah spoke to Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai, in the first month of the second year, after they had come out of the land of Mitzrayim, saying, Now let the children of Israel perform the Passover at its appointed time. On the 14th day of this month, between the evenings, perform it at its appointed time. According to all its laws and right rulings, you perform it. And Moshe spoke to the children of Israel to perform the Passover. So they performed the Passover on the 14th day of the first month, between the evenings, in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that Yahovah commanded Moshe. So the children of Israel did. But there were men who were defiled for a being of a man, so that they were not able to perform the Passover on that day. So they came before Moshe and Aharon that day. And those men said to him, We are defiled for the being of a man. Why are we withheld from bringing near the offering of Yahovah at its appointed time among the children of Israel? And Moshe said to them, Wait, let me hear what Yahovah commands concerning you. And Yahovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, When any male of you or your generations is unclean for a being, or is far away on a journey, he shall still perform the Passover of Yahovah. On the 14th day of the second month, between the evenings, they perform it. With unleavened bread and bitter herbs they eat it. They do not leave of it until morning, and they do not break a bone of it. According to all the laws of the Passover, they perform it. But the man who is clean and is not on a journey, and has failed to perform the Passover, that same being shall be cut off from among his people, because he did not bring the offering of Yahovah at its appointed time. That man bears his sin. And when a stranger sojourns among you, then he shall perform the Passover of Yahovah. He shall do so according to the law of the Passover, and according to its right ruling. You have one law for both the stranger and the native of the land. And on the day that the dwelling place was raised up, the cloud covered the dwelling place, the tent of the witness. From evening until morning it was above the dwelling place, like the appearance of fire. Thus it was continually. The cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. And whenever the cloud was taken up from above the tent, after that the children of Israel would depart. And in the place where the cloud would dwell, there the children of Israel would camp. At the command of Yahovah, the children of Israel departed, and at the command of Yahovah they camped. They remained camped as long as the cloud dwelt above the dwelling place. Even when the cloud lingered many days above the dwelling place, the children of Israel guarded the charge of Yahovah, and did not depart. And so it was, when the cloud was above the dwelling place a few days, according to the command of Yahovah they camped, and according to the command of Yahovah they would depart. And so it was, when the cloud dwelt only from evening until morning. When the cloud was taken up in the morning, they departed, whether by day or by night. Whenever the cloud was taken up, they departed. Whether 2 days or a month or a year that the cloud lingered above the dwelling place to dwell upon it, the children of Israel camped and did not depart. But when it was taken up, they departed. At the command of Yahovah they camped, and at the command of Yahovah they departed. They guarded the charge of Yahovah. At the command of Yahovah by the hand of Moshe. Numbers 10. And Jehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Make 2 silver trumpets for yourself. Make them of beaten work. And you shall use them for calling the congregation and for breaking camp. And when they blow both of them, all the congregation shall meet before you at the door of the tent of meeting. And if they blow one, then the leaders, the heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather to you. And when you blow a shout, the camps that lie on the east side shall depart. And when you blow a shout the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall depart. They blow a shout for them to depart. And when the assembly is to be assembled, you blow, but do not shout. And the sons of Aharon, the priest, blow with the trumpets. And it shall be to you for a law forever, throughout your generations. And when you go into battle in your land against the enemy that distresses you, then you shall shout with the trumpets, and you shall be remembered before Jehovah your Elohim, and you shall be saved from your enemies. And in the day of your gladness, in your appointed times, and at the beginning of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over your peace offerings, and they shall be a remembrance for you before your Elohim. I am Jehovah your Elohim. And it came to be on the 20th day of the 2nd month, in the 2nd year, that the cloud was taken up from above the dwelling place of the witness. And the children of Israel departed, setting out from the wilderness of Sinai. And the cloud dwelt on it in the wilderness of Paran. Thus they departed the first time, according to the command of Jehovah, by the hand of Moshe. And the banner of the camp of the children of Yehudah departed first, according to their divisions. And over their army was Nahshon, son of Amminadab. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nathanael, son of Suar. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, son of Helon. And the dwelling place was taken down. And the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari departed, bearing the dwelling place. And the banner of the camp of Reuben departed according to their divisions. And over their army was Eliezer, son of Shedeir. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Shimon was Shelumiel, son of Shurishadai. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph, son of Duel. And the Kethites departed, bearing the set-apart objects, while the dwelling place was set up before they came. And the banner of the camp of the children of Ephraim departed according to their divisions. And over their army was Elishama, son of Ammihud. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Manasseh was Gamliel, son of Pedatsur. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidan, son of Gedoni. Then the banner of the camp of the children of Dan, which formed the rear guard of all the camps, departed according to their division. And over their army was Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel, son of Ochran. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. Such was the order of the setting out of the children of Israel, according to their divisions, when they departed. And Moshe said to Hobab, the son of Reuel the Midianite, Moshe's father-in-law, We are setting out for the place of which Jehovah said, I give to you. Come with us, and we shall do good to you, for Jehovah has spoken good concerning Israel. And he replied to him, I am not going, but I am going to my own land and to my relatives. Then he said, Please do not leave us, because you know how we are to camp in the wilderness, and you shall be our eyes. And it shall be, when you go with us, then it shall be that whatever good Yahovah does to us, the same we shall do to you. So they set out from the mountain of Yahovah on a journey of 3 days. And the ark of the covenant of Yahovah went before them for the 3 days' journey, to seek out a resting place for them. And the cloud of Yahovah was above them by day when they went out from the camp. And it came to be, whenever the ark set out, that Moshe said, Rise up, O Yahovah, and let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee before you. And when it rested, he said, Return, O Yahovah, to the countless thousands of Israel. Numbers 11. And it came to be, when the people were as complainers, it was evil in the ears of Yahovah. And Yahovah heard it, and his displeasure burned. And the fire of Yahovah burned among them, and consumed those in the outskirts of the camp. And the people cried out to Moshe, and Moshe prayed to Yahovah, and the fire died down. Then he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of Yahovah had burned among them. And the mixed multitude who were in their midst lusted greatly. So the children of Israel also wept again and said, Who is giving us meat to eat? We remember the fish which we ate without cost in Mitzrayim, and the cucumbers and the melons, and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our throat is dried up. There is naught to look at but this manna. Now this manna was like coriander seed, and its appearance like the appearance of bdellium. The people went about and gathered it, ground it on millstones, or beat it in the mortar, and cooked it in a pot, and made cakes out of it. And its taste was as the taste of cakes baked with oil. And when the dew fell on the camp at night, the manna fell on it. And Moshe heard the people weeping throughout their clans, each man at the door of his tent. And the displeasure of Yahovah burned exceedingly. And in the eyes of Moshe it was evil. So Moshe said to Yahovah, Why have you done evil to your servant? And why have I not found favor in your eyes, to put the burden of all these people on me? Was it I who conceived all these people? Was it I who brought them forth, that you should say to me, Carry them in your bosom, as a foster father carries a nursing child, to the land which you swore to their fathers? Where am I to get meat to give to all these people? For they weep before me, saying, Give us meat to eat. I am unable to bear all these people alone, because the burden is too heavy for me. And if you are doing this to me, please slay me altogether, if I have found favor in your eyes, and let me not see my evil. Then Yahovah said to Moshe, Gather to me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom you know to be the elders of the people and officers over them, and bring them to the tent of meeting, and let them stand there with you. And I shall come down and speak with you there, and shall take of the Spirit that is on you, and put on them, and they shall bear the burden of the people with you, so that you do not bear it yourself alone. And say to the people, Set yourselves apart for tomorrow, and you shall eat meat, because you have wept in the hearing of Yahovah, saying, Who is giving us meat to eat? For it was well with us in Mitzrayim, and Yahovah shall give you meat, and you shall eat. You are going to eat, not 1 day, not 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but for a month of days, until it comes out of your nostrils and becomes an abomination to you, because you have rejected Yahovah, who is among you, and have wept before him, saying, Why did we come up out of Mitzrayim? And Moshe said, The people in whose midst I am are 600,000 men on foot, and you have said, I give them meat to eat for a month of days. Could flocks and herds be slaughtered for them, to be sufficient for them? Or could all the fish in the sea be gathered to them, to be sufficient for them? And Yahovah said to Moshe, Is the arm of Yahovah too short? Now, see whether my word meets you or not. And Moshe went out and spoke to the people in the words of Yahovah. And he gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people, and placed them around the tent. And Yahovah came down in the cloud and spoke to him, and took the spirit that was upon him, and placed the same upon the 70 elders. And it came to be, when the spirit rested upon them, that they prophesied, but did not continue. However, 2 men had remained in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad, and the Spirit rested upon them. Now they were among those listed, but did not go out to the tent, and they prophesied in the camp. And a young man ran and informed Moshe, and said, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. And Yehoshua, son of Nun, Moshe's assistant from his youth, answered and said, Moshe, my master, forbid them. Then Moshe said to him, Are you jealous for my sake? Oh, that all the people of Yahovah were prophets, that Yahovah would put his spirit upon them. And Moshe returned to the camp, both he and the elders of Israel. And a wind went forth from Yahovah, and it brought quail from the sea, and let them fall beside the camp, about a day's journey on this side, and a day's journey on the other side, all around the camp, about 2 cubits above the surface of the ground. And the people were up all that day, and all that night, and all the next day, and gathered the quail. He who has least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them out for themselves all around the camp. The meat was still between their teeth before it was chewed, and the wrath of Yahovah burned against the people. And Yahovah smote the people with an exceeding great plague. Then he called the name of that place Kibroth Hattaavah, because they buried the people who had lusted. From Kibroth Hattaavah the people set out for Hatzeroth, and they were at Hatzeroth. Numbers 12. Now Miriam and Aharon spoke against Moshe because of the Cushite woman whom he had taken, for he had taken a Cushite woman. And they said, Has Yahovah spoken only through Moshe? Has he not also spoken through us? And Yahovah heard it. And the man Moshe was very humble, more than all men who were on the face of the earth. And suddenly Yahovah said to Moshe and Aharon and Miriam, You 3 come out to the tent of meeting. So the 3 came out. And Yahovah came down in the column of cloud, and stood in the door of the tent, and called Aharon and Miriam, and they both went forward. And he said, Hear now my words. If your prophet is of Yahovah, I make myself known to him in a vision, and I speak to him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moshe. He is trustworthy in all my house. I speak with him mouth to mouth, and plainly, and not in riddles. And he sees the form of Yahovah. So why were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moshe? And the displeasure of Yahovah burned against them, and he left. And the cloud turned away from above the tent, and look, Miriam was leprous, as white as snow. And Aharon turned toward Miriam, and look, a leper. And Aharon said to Moshe, O my master, please do not hold against us the sin in which we have done foolishly, and in which we have sinned. Please do not let her be as one dead when coming out of its mother's womb, with our flesh half consumed. And Moshe cried out to Yahovah, saying, Oh El, please heal her, please. And Yahovah said to Moshe, if her father had but spit in her face, would she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out of the camp 7 days, and after that let her be readmitted. And Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people did not set out until Miriam was readmitted. And afterward the people departed from Hatzeroth, and they camped in the wilderness of Paran. Zechariah 2:10 through 4:7. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Sion, for look, I am coming, and shall dwell in your midst, declares Yahovah. And many Gentiles shall be joined to Yahovah in that day, and they shall become my people. And I shall dwell in your midst, and you shall know that Yahovah of hosts has sent me to you. And Yahovah shall inherit Yehudah, his portion in the set-apart land, and he shall again choose Jerusalem. Hush all flesh before Yahovah, for he has roused himself out of his set-apart dwelling. And he showed me Yehoshua the high priest standing before the messenger of Yahovah, and Satan standing at his right hand to be an adversary to him. And Yahovah said to Satan, Yahovah rebuke you, Satan. Yahovah, who has chosen Jerusalem, rebuke you. Is this not a brand plucked from the fire? And Yehoshua was dressed in filthy garments, and was standing before the messenger. And he answered and spoke to those who stood before him, saying, Remove the filthy garments from him. And to him he said, See, I have removed your guilt from you, and shall put costly robes on you. And I said, Let them put a clean turban on his head. Then they put a clean turban on his head, and they put garments on him. And the messenger of Yahovah stood by. And the messenger of Yahovah witnessed to Yehoshua, saying, Thus said Yahovah of hosts, If you walk in my ways, and if you guard my duty, then you shall also rule my house, and also guard my courts, and I shall give you access among these standing here. Now listen, Yehoshua the high priest, you and your companions who sit before you, for they are men of symbol. For look, I am bringing forth my servant, the branch. See the stone which I have put before Yehoshua. On one stone are 7 eyes. See, I am engraving its inscription, declares Yahovah of hosts. And I shall remove the guilt of that land in 1 day. In that day, declares Yahovah of hosts, you shall invite one another under the vine and under the fig tree. And the messenger who was speaking to me came back and woke me up as a man is awakened from sleep. And he said to me, What do you see? So I said, I have looked, and see, a lampstand, all of gold, with a bowl on top of it. And on the stand 7 lamps, with 7 spouts to the 7 lamps. And 2 olive trees are by it, one at the right of the bowl, and the other at its left. Then I responded, and spoke to the messenger who was speaking to me, saying, What are these, my master? And the messenger who was speaking to me answered and said to me, Do you not know what these are? And I said, No, my master. Then he answered me and said to me, This is the word of Yahovah to Zerubbabel, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said Yahovah of hosts. Who are you, great mountain, before Zerubbabel, a plain? And he shall bring forth the capstone with shouts of favor, favor to it. Matthew 14:14 through 21. And when Yeshua came out, he saw a large crowd, and was moved with compassion for them, and healed their sick. And when evening came, his taught ones came to him, saying, This is a deserted place, and the hour is already late. Dismiss the crowds, so that they might go into the villages and buy food for themselves. But Yeshua said to them, they did not need to go away. Give them to eat yourselves. And they said to him, we have here only 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he said, bring them here to me. And commanding the crowds to sit down on the grass, and taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to the heaven, he blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the taught ones, and the taught ones gave to the crowds. And all ate and were satisfied. And they picked up the pieces left over, 12 baskets filled. And those who ate were about 5,000 men, besides women and children.